Derrick Jones Jr. was soaring again, finishing strong at the rim. Meanwhile, if you lose sight of Gary Payton too, he'll be right near the basket, ready to punish you. And just like that, TP2 was flying in to lay it up. The Warriors struggled with turnovers, already giving up 7, and Otto Porter couldn't connect. Zubac grabbed the board, finished the shot, and drew the foul, putting on a clinic down low. Amir Coffey followed up by driving hard to the rim, finishing through contact, and converting the 4-point play. Even under pressure, he made it look easy. The crowd was starting to feel the energy building. On the other end, Buddy Hield lobbed it up, and Trace Jackson Davis managed to guide it in. Jackson Davis drew plenty of defensive attention, but he was still finding ways to score. It had shades of Houston Harden, the way he created shots and found open teammates like Batum, who drained a big 3. A real pivot moment. Then came a messy start to the second half, exactly what the Warriors didn't want. Terrence Mann capitalized with an and-one opportunity. After a miss, Steph Curry chased down his own rebound, tip, catch, behind-the-back dribble, slice through the defense, and lay it in. At 36, Curry still has the handles, finesse, and drive that keep fans asking, how does he do it? He had that ball on a string. Steph tried to will the Warriors back into the game, but the Clippers weren't letting up. They pounded the Warriors inside, with Ivica Zubac scoring over the double team with a smooth lefty hook. He was leading. All scorers with 17 points. Zubac was the interior anchor for LA Curry, sparked a brief Curry flurry, and the crowd roared. But Derrick Jones Jr. was relentless, rising for monster dunks and hitting 7 of 9 from the field for 17 points of his own. Norman Powell was aggressive, attacking the rim and finishing through contact. The Clippers were getting points anyway they wanted. Then came a desperate moment, shot clock running down, and the Clippers still managed to create something out of nothing. As the Warriors wondered if Curry could return to give them one last push, he was already heading toward the scorer's table. In the meantime, DeAnthony Melton buried a triple and drew a foul, giving him 20 points and a chance for one more. At the line, the Clippers kept pouring it on. Klay Thompson hit a jumper, and Kevon Looney made big plays on both ends, first stealing the ball from Harden, then finishing the break. Looney attacked Zubac again, absorbed the contact, and scored. It was a dominant second half for Looney, doing all the little things. Even when the Warriors knocked the ball loose, the Clippers recovered. Chris Dunn hustled, grabbed the ball, and found Zubac for yet another bucket plus the foul. It was just that kind of night for the Clippers. They did the dirty work and made it count. The Clippers were pulling away late in the fourth. Their energy and hustle made the difference back to action. Steph connected from deep to tie it up. The Warriors' three-point barrage had kept them alive all night, but the defense had been too slow on closeouts. Kawhi Leonard powered his way through defenders and stayed composed. Typical Kawhi, calm and unshaken no matter the pressure. Steph was cooking, working from the low post, and finished with 30 points. The Warriors showed real grit to battle back, but they used up so much energy just to make it a game. Down the stretch, they had to keep pushing. Buddy Hield came off a screen, rose, and nailed a go-ahead 3. The Warriors responded. Curry from deep three-point range again. All these threes had been the driving force behind Golden State's late run. The Clippers, though, weren't done. Down by 3 with just over 2.5 minutes left in regulation, they stayed poised. Jones set a screen for Leonard, who pulled up but missed. Jonathan Kuminga grabbed his 5th rebound to secure the stop. Back the other way, Curry tried to create space, but was whistled for an illegal screen. You could see the feet weren't set. Easy call for the officials. Gotta hold that screen tight or you'll get hit with the violation. The Warriors made substitutions. Podziemski came in. The Clippers answered with Bogdanovic off the bench, bringing fresh shooting, and it paid off. Bogey stepped into a deep 3 and nailed it. Now 8 for 14 from the field, including 4 threes, 2 in each half. His floor spacing was crucial. Curry tried to answer from way downtown but missed. The Clippers grabbed the rebound and kept attacking. Bogdanovich found Dunn, who fed Derek Jones, fade out as the Clippers seal the win. What a fearless play. Driving through traffic and going reverse, he's showing real courage. It's like no one told him you're not supposed to try that in heavy traffic, but he pulled it off anyway. Moments later, a whistle blows. It's an illegal screen, and Amir Coffey checks back in for Derek Jones. The Clippers hold a slim lead, and coach Tyronn Lue quickly calls a timeout. A moment to regroup, refocus, and get the right energy for this closing stretch. David Aldridge reports, Coach Lue told his team, "This is what it's all about, proving we're the better squad in tough situations. But you have to want it. You've got what it takes. Now show it." Back to the action, and that's exactly what Amir Coffey did. Coming out of the timeout with a rim-rattling two-handed jam, perfect use of the screen freed him up to explode toward the rim with no help on the backside. That's textbook execution. Golden State tried to answer with some ball movement, and Curry pulled up from mid-range, but it didn't drop. Coffey grabbed the rebound and brought it back down. He was defended by Podziemski, but stayed composed. Simmons set a screen for Chris Dunn, who worked the ball to Kawhi Leonard. Leonard backed his man down, then pulled up for the fade. Swish. Kawhi's patented mid-range game is fully polished. He worked on that shot early in his career, and now it's automatic. Back the other way, Curry sliced through traffic and laid it in. He's doing everything he can to pull the Warriors back into this game. An offensive masterclass from Steph in this quarter alone. The Clippers stayed composed, with Simmons kicking it out to Bogdanovich. He tried to hit one over Kuminga, but it rattled out. That mid-range is usually his bread and butter, but not. This time, Golden State moved it back around to Podziemski, who dished it to Curry. He rose up from deep. Just off. Another missed opportunity for the Warriors. LA continued to control the pace, with Dunn scanning the floor. He drove inside, drew contact, and got the whistle. He'd go to the line for two. When you think of the Clippers franchise, you have to appreciate their roots. Their first true superstar, Bob McAdoo. He might be best known for his Lakers years, but don't forget what he did with the Buffalo Braves, 3 straight scoring titles, and the league MVP back in 1975. Some still say he's the greatest Clipper of all time. Back at the line, Dunn knocks down both free throws. The Clippers' free throw shooting has been rock solid, and that consistency might just be what seals the win tonight. Golden State pushed back with urgency, but they couldn't stop the clock. They were hit with a 3-second violation on Santos. Every possession matters now. Let's talk offensive approach. LA has been all about physicality tonight. They've relentlessly attacked the paint and gotten to the line again and again. That's how you win in close games. The Warriors have leaned heavily into their three-point game tonight, and it's been working. Right from the tip, they've been dialed in from deep, getting the looks they want, letting it fly, and capitalizing on that space. Curry, the greatest shooter we've ever seen, has made it all look effortless. He even knocked down the technical free throw with calm precision. Amir Coffey checks back in for Los Angeles as the Clippers look to maintain control. On the next possession, Golden State goes at Zubac in the paint, but he's been a wall, completely owning the glass. His rebounding presence has been dominant, evoking memories of Ben Wallace in his Detroit prime. Then, off a turnover, LA pushes the break and bam, a monster slam caps off the transition. What could have been a tight 2-possession game now turns into a costly mistake as nerves start creeping in. Bogdanovich surveys the floor, swings it to Harden, who dishes it out to Kawhi Leonard. Bang! Leonard drills the triple. He's got 7 in the quarter, and no one's been able to slow him down. You'd expect a defensive adjustment, but Kawhi keeps lighting it up. Curry tries to answer with a 3 of his own, using a green screen to get space, but the shot's off. Meanwhile, the Clippers go on a 14-5 scoring run. Then it's Kawhi again, floating through the lane for a smooth alley-oop finish. He's locked in, hitting shot after shot on every trip down the floor. Steve Kerr calls for time, trying to rally the Warriors and reset the focus. Moses Moody checks in, while Norman Powell returns for LA. Podziemski handles the next play for Golden State but can't connect. Bogdanovich was all over him. The Clippers are up 8, and Harden goes to work. He drives, spins, and lays it in over Curry. Just another day at the office for the Beard, who's creating offense with ease. As they say, he is the system. But don't count out Steph Curry. From deep, and we mean logo range, he buries the long three. That's 39 points for Curry, single-handedly willing the Warriors to stay in it. This is vintage Steph. The Clippers try to respond. Bogdanovich to Powell, back to Harden, who fires from the arc. No good. Warriors trail by 7. Draymond gets it to Curry, who swings it to Podziemski. He tries again, but can't get it to drop. It's been a tough shooting night for the rookie. LA keeps executing. They've shot 8 for 13 in the fourth, making the most of every opportunity. The ball moves to Zubac inside, but wait. Curry snatches it, turning defense into offense. On the break, slam. That's how you capitalize. Guards with handles also have hands on defense, and Steph proves it. Back. Down the floor, the Clippers try to reset. They set a screen for Bogdanovich, but the shot rims out. Podziemski grabs rebound number 12. He's been crashing the glass hard all night. Next possession. Curry kicks it to Kirkpo, who fires from beyond the arc, money, and it's Green with the assist. That's his 4th dime of the game, and the Warriors are starting to heat up again from distance. Bogdanovich tries to answer, but misses again. Sometimes even your best shooters have off stretches. The key is to not let one miss cost you the next play. Then comes a highlight. Draymond Green throwing it down. He doesn't get many of those, but you can see how much he's enjoying it. And now, the game is shifting. The Warriors have been brilliant at getting to the line and converting. Their ability to draw contact and get freebies has kept them in the fight. Combined with their three-point barrage, they're making life tough for the Clippers' defense. From the jump, this has been a game of runs and perimeter explosions. The Warriors have lived from deep, while the Clippers have pounded inside and responded with stars like Kawhi and Harden stepping up in big moments. The Clippers continued relying on their three-point shooting, but head coach Tyronn Lue wisely called a timeout, clearly sensing a momentum shift and needing to get his squad realigned. In a high-stakes moment like this, every possession matters, and Lue wasn't taking any chances. Out of the break, the Warriors had the ball. Harden passed to Moody, who stepped back to create space but couldn't connect. Offensive struggles were starting to mount for the Clippers, and Golden State was looking to capitalize. Podziemski fed it inside to Green, who found Moody once again. But the shot wouldn't fall. Zubac controlled the rebound and quickly dished it to Leonard. Kawhi, cool as ever, attacked the paint, drew the foul, and got the bucket. He'd head to the line for a potential three-point play, and when the Clippers need a big-time bucket, more and more, it's Kawhi Leonard who gets the call. In pressure-packed moments, he's their go-to, and both his teammates and coaches trust him at the stripe. He sank the free throw, just like clockwork. Back the other way, Curry faced up against Harden. Green set the screen, and Steph rose up. From the elbow, pure. That's 24 for Curry, and he made the defense pay for the brief lapse in coverage. Late in a close game, that kind of mid-range shot is usually off-limits, but Curry made it look easy. Next, Leonard had another look, but couldn't convert. Even though the Warriors didn't block it, the contest was strong, exactly the kind of energy you'd want on every defensive possession. That effort helped swing the momentum. Was that shot by Curry the biggest of the game? It might have been. The stakes were sky high, and the Warriors knew it. With under a minute to go, every play became magnified. Then came a critical moment. Zubac matched up against Green. Harden pulled up from deep, but missed. The Clippers couldn't afford empty trips now. They fouled Draymond Green intentionally to stop the clock. At the line, Green missed the first, but nailed the second. That gave Golden State a 4-point cushion with the clock winding down. Ty Lue called another timeout, trying to map out one final push. 2 seconds separated the shot clock and game clock. The Clippers got a decent look, but the shot missed. Again. Something was off. Their rhythm had disappeared, and it showed in the players' body language. Golden State took advantage. With just seconds left, they went to the line again. Both free throws were good, cool under pressure, and the lead stretched to 6. The Clippers needed a miracle. Leonard hit a clutch shot to cut it to 4, but it was too little, too late. Kawhi's momentum from the last game had definitely carried into this one, but the support just wasn't consistent around him. Golden State sealed it at the free throw line, calmly knocking down their final chances to put it out of reach. The last shot from Leonard missed, and that was the game. The Warriors pulled out a tough win. It wasn't easy. Far from it. Momentum shifted multiple times, especially early on, and the Clippers had plenty of chances. But in the end, Golden State executed when it mattered most, closed it out at the line, and earned a hard-fought W.